Hi, this is Jared Polak, founder of Entre Results, author of Entre Balance, author of Entre Business, back for another Better Than Amazing podcast. Listen, if you haven't checked out Entre Results Academy, check it out. Just a really exciting new service that we're providing. New coaching services are going to help you get results quickly and for a much different price point than before. We're super pumped about Entre Results Academy, so check it out if you have not done so already. So here's the topic for today's podcast. We're going to look at the 3 P's of sales, or 3 elements of sales that you must dominate, that you must be awesome at, that begin with the letter P. So when you master these 3 P's, you know that you're going to put yourself in a position to be very successful in selling. Number 1 is product knowledge. That's the first P. Now, this is something that is increasingly important, especially when you have a more sophisticated product or service that you're selling, especially if you think about people in Houston that maybe sell to the oil and gas industry. Sometimes there's certain widgets or certain products that are very sophisticated. I think about people in the medical sales community, just to know the product knowledge as you sell to surgeons and sell your product, the product knowledge becomes very important. But regardless of what you sell, having a strong product or service knowledge is absolutely key. So that's number 1. Number 2 is process. To have a specific selling process that you cover every single time. Now, this process is key, and we at Entre Results, we use a process or model called the BASS selling model, which you've read about in other podcasts or blog, but you have to have a process, a specific and repeatable way of selling. So what is your process from taking people from being qualified to taking people from signing on the dotted line? What is your process? So have that in place. Now, and the third P to look at is perspective. Perspective is, what is your view on selling? What is your mindset on selling? What is your attitude in regards to selling? Oftentimes, you can have a great product knowledge and have a good process, but if your perspective is not in the right place, if you're not ready to make a sale, if you're not ready and have the right attitude, the right energy, the right enthusiasm, oftentimes you're not successful with selling. So for example, maybe, and I'm making this up kind of off the top of my head, so hopefully this works all right. So maybe you're in a situation where you're going to go on a date with your spouse, and you love your spouse. You know a lot about your spouse, and you actually have a date in mind, and you're going to go to a special spot that's enjoyable. So you have the product knowledge, and what I mean by that is you know a lot about your spouse. You know a lot about what they want. You know a lot about a process, or this is a specific place you're going to take your spouse that they really enjoy. However, you've had a horrible day. You have a bad attitude. You just don't feel it in regards to this date tonight. So maybe you have a process for the date. Maybe you have good product knowledge and know about your spouse, but you just don't have it. And so therefore, you're unsuccessful at the date, meaning you don't have a great time in the date because your mindset, your attitude, your perspective is off. So maybe that's not an apples and apples comparison, but if you enter a sales situation, you know the product, you have a process, but your perspective is off, then you are not going to be successful at sales. So anyway, those are the 3 P's of sales: product knowledge, process, perspective. Go out, learn, take action, and have a better than amazing day.